Hi there, I'm April and thanks for hanging out today. So what I'm doing today is I'm just on here just to do a little chit chat. It's been a while and I said I would fill you guys in on some stuff and I never did get back to that. So right now I'm just taking a break because I've been in the process of making a video of a pretty good kitchen clean-in. So it's a pretty good clean-in. You'll see I'll be coming on with that here in the next few days. It's taken a lot of time. My husband helped me probably a day and a half with the cabinets. We're just cleaning them, but I'll give you the whole rundown when I'm showing you the video. And then of course I went through them, and then I got rid of some stuff. It was more of just like a kind of a deep clean, I guess. So I'm still doing that. So in those videos you're going to see me in just like this. It's just that it's 63 degrees out today and I'm like, I've got to get out there for a few minutes. And I also wanted to fill you guys in on, how everything's going. And my house is in shambles, and I mean it's complete shambles. And you'll see I'm just going to be showing a video when I do make it. We're going through the kitchen. We're not putting new cabinets or anything like that. We're just kind of cleaning them up and making them look fresh and neat. We're not quite ready to do any running. We're just not. Maybe some kitchen counters, but for now we're just get the cupboards looking clean. Just something we haven't done in a while. So I've been busy doing that. This video that I'm making, I still don't even know how I'm going to present it because there's a lot of footage. I don't know if I'll break it into little small segments. We'll see when I get to that. But anyway, I didn't do a weight loss video. I do need to, and I will put one on still for last week. I just haven't got able to edit anything yet. And I will do one for this week as well. So probably not till later in the week. So I wanted to fill you guys in. So the other week when I was on with the weight loss, I'm like, I'll tell you we went on a little trip. So we did go on a little trip. One of my daughters and I and the kiddos, we went to Orlando. So much fun. Oh my goodness. So we all flew down there and we met another daughter. She met us there. She's in Tennessee. She met us over in Orlando. And we had a great time. We went to Disney a little bit. We went to Cocoa Beach. Oh, was that so much fun. That was such a fun beach to go to. I'd never been there, so we drove over there. What a blast. The kids had so much fun. Yeah, we had a great time. It was a mini vacation. We went Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. So yeah, we slept there 4 nights. So we had 4 nights in like 5 days. It really was a perfect amount of time. I get very homesick anyway. Even when I go to town, I just can't wait to get home. So I get really homesick. So a 4-day trip is perfect. Last year, me and my sister-in-law, I went to Tennessee a few times last year. But one time, me and my sister-in-law went, and we went for 7 days. And it was super fun. I was really nervous that I was going to have some issues, like getting pretty homesick, but it all worked out fine. Anyway, back to this trip. So yeah, we had so much fun. The kids was just so nice. We didn't overdo anything. We didn't overdo Disney. We didn't overdo the beach. Everything was like short and sweet. What a good time. Then, I don't know, I think I told you guys that me and my daughter and the kiddos went to Great Wolf Lodge. I know I made a short on my other channel about that. That was a fun little short that I did. But yeah, we went to Great Wolf Lodge in Massachusetts back at everything's kind of just rolling in together right now for time frames. Maybe like the week or two, probably 2 weeks before I went to Orlando. And I went to Orlando around the 3rd, I think. Yeah, so we went to Great Wolf Lodge. That was so much fun. The kids, there's a water park, and it's an inside water park. They had just a fabulous time. Then, what else is new? We had Easter. Easter was a great time. I hope in the future I'm going to be coming on here more often so I don't have to backlog all of our little fun adventures that we've been having. I'm hoping that I can put out videos much more often. Then we had school vacation in April, and had a lot of fun with the kids. I'm just trying to think what we did. Went roller skating during that week of school vacation, swimming. Me and my other daughter went to southern Maine with the kids, and that was a great time. We stayed in a motel, had a swimming pool, so much fun. We went to like the Children's Museum here in Maine. That was a great time. Kids like that. And what else did we do? I guess we just did things like went for ice cream, and I'm trying to think. Oh, I know what we did. This was so fun for the kids. So we went to in our state. I've only been there twice because and I didn't buy anything. Nothing. Oh wait, did I? Yes, I did. I did too buy something. I bought a little mini ironing board because I want to make a cover for it, and it's so adorable for my sewing channel. So I thought this is perfect. I had a little mini old-fashioned ironing board back at sometime, but I got rid of it when I had a yard sale. Remember, I think I told you guys I let everything go, and I think I let that go too. So anyway, this was just a cute, it jumped out at me, and I bought that. It's a Goodwill paid by the pound, but it's paid by the pound. I don't know how much it is per pound. I didn't pay enough attention, but my daughter wanted the kids to have the experience. So one of my grandsons, he is a super treasure hunter. I mean, this kid loves to find treasures. And it's or junk. Junk or treasures. However you want to look at it. We knew he was just going to be in heaven. So we knew that my grandson was going to have a blast. This was going to make his day. So to be in this store that you pay by the pound, and she said 2 items. So, that was really hard to make a decision for 2 items. But you know what he got? He got a hoverboard, and it didn't have a plug, but it worked. So all he had to do was come home, and I've got to ask her how he did end up making out with that to find a plug for it. So I'm sure he could find a plug, but we went and had ice cream and stuff after, and he was playing on his hoverboard. And I mean, he was going down steepness. He's very daring and very daredevilish. He needs to really, when he grows up, he's probably going to be a stuntman. Like, he's just that type of kid. So anyways, we're at the pay by the pound Goodwill, and again, my second time to be there. Not a place I need to be because, I have problems with too much stuff. All right, let me just stop for a second. The first time I went, I had I'd made this decision. Instead of having my sewing room in my upstairs, I was going to move it out to the garage, upstairs the garage, and get the garage already up there and have this humongous sewing room. So while I was in the thought process of that, we had gone down to that Goodwill. Well, I bought all kinds of stuff to put in there that I was going to use these yellows and these silvers, and it was going to be just absolutely gorgeous. But $187 worth of how much ever it is a pound came home. It's all going. I didn't do it. I didn't open my sewing room up there. I decided it's not for me. I need to stay in my house. I knew that from the start. I have always known that. I've said it from the start. I can't go out there. It's just not my personality. I like to be right in my kitchen. That's my thing. Anyway, all right. I'm getting sidetracked here. We're at the pay per pound Goodwill. Have a blast. Kids had fun. They got 2 things. I mean, you should have seen what they got. Adorable. And my Lord, it was just like Christmas. So that was a good time. That was like an event in itself. Like, we didn't need to plan anything fancy and go pay all this money. I mean, this was like an event. So that worked out really great. I'm glad my daughter thought of that because the kids loved it. But I will tell you a story. This is kind of crazy. So the day we left to go on our little mini vacation down in southern Maine, my daughter kept texted me and saying we were supposed to leave at one time. I think we were going to start. She wanted me to pick her up around 10, I think. And I said, okay, no problem. And I'm kind of early. Like I try to I don't show up too early. I show up right on time, but I like to be ready and, Anyway, so I said, don't worry though. If you have to change the time or anything, I am totally fine. I was so busy. I was doing videos for my sewing channel, so I didn't mind not being on, leaving right on time. So she texts me again. She's like, 10:30? Yep, no problem. Da-da-da. I kept doing my thing. 11. I mean, this went on for a while. Every time we'd get to a time, she would change it. And I'd look at the clock and I'd be like, okay, I got 15 more minutes to work on the video I was making, or the project for the video. How much time do I have left? So she'd text and I'd be like, okay, I've got, a driving time and whatnot. I got to leave here at whatever time it would be. So I'm not really sure how I want to tell this story, because I was talking to my husband about it and he said he don't know if he would tell it. And I'm like, I just had a lot of this year, so I kind of want to share it. Should it be its own video? I don't know, but I'm just going to say it now. It's surfaced and it's here. Okay, so back to my daughter. My daughter says, now she says 12. Yep. Nope, 12:30. Okay, so 12:30 I'm at her house. Pick her up, pick the kids up. We go. She's got a couple things. I drop her off. I think she's going tanning or something. And me and the kids just do, we just drive around and go to the car wash while we're waiting. So we leave. We get down to southern Maine. Okay, so then later that night, we're down at the pool. And the pool is inside, outside pool. I'd never seen that before. So you go through some flaps. You're inside. You're in this room. There's a hot tub, and there's some parents sitting over here looking out some windows. Here's the flaps that come down like a car wash. So you're inside, okay? And you get into the water. You got parents sitting here looking out the window. There's some couches behind me, and there's a hot tub over here. So me and my daughter and all the kids, we're all out in the pool. Mind you, this is April in Maine. Why are we going outside? This is going to be freezing. Nope, the pool was great. We got a little chilly because we weren't swimming. We were just gabbing, standing on the side. The kids were just having a blast. The place was fun. There was lots of kids and it was a good time. So me and my daughter find these little hot blowers where they're blowing out hot water into the pool, and we're standing on those because we're kind of cold. And then after a while, we'd done that for about a half an hour, and after a while we said, why don't we go sit in the hot tub? Remember, you got just a few steps in an inside pool. You go through these flaps like a car wash hanging down, and then you're in the big part of the outside pool. It's the same pool, but it's the outside part. Okay. Long story short, I really have a hard time telling stories. I talk a lot. So I'm going to try to get right to the point. Okay. On our way to the hot tub. So we're walking. Here's the pool. We're walking this way toward the inside of the building. We're walking on the side of the pool in the water, and we come toward the flaps. There's nobody around over here. They're all behind us now swimming on the deeper side. We're almost to the flaps, and there was this little person in front of me as I'm walking to the flaps, and they were just like in a stand-up position and just trying to swim, but in a stand-up position, but underwater, not facing me, facing the building. And it took me a minute. I'm like, oh my God. Wait, first I thought, is that a little tiny kid swimming? I mean, it was just a quick, fast, like, wait, this isn't right. And I just scooped this little child up, and now I'm at the flaps. I got to get through these flaps holding her, and I think there might be even a stair somewhere here because I tripped while I was holding her trying to get through, but I was able to hold her above the water, and then I stand back up. I didn't even have time to turn her, and I'm inside the building now, and then I stand her up on the side of the pool, and I turn her around really quick, and I'm like, oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay? And it's just this little girl. She was probably 2.5 years old. And my heart was pounding. And her heart was pounding. And I just instantly, I'm holding her. I turned her to face me. And I could see that she was okay. Well, she was breathing, right? And I look around, I scan the room really fast. And I just take my finger and I'm like, is she yours? Wait, is she yours? Like that? And I'm looking at all these people that are looking at me. And when I remember a couple people just shaking their head no. And then I remember this mom that was sitting over here looking out the window watching her kids swim. She comes running over. She swoops her up and she's like, oh my God, where are your floaties? And where's your grandmother? And oh my God, I'm so sorry. No, she didn't really know what happened because you couldn't really see out these flaps. And I'm like, well, it's okay. She's okay, I think. And she takes her over, and it was very sad because how scared that mom was. And so me and my daughter now are sitting in the hot tub, and then a little while later, the grandmother comes over to me, and she's like, I am so sorry. She said the mother thought that the little girl was with her because the grandmother was going to get towels. And the grandmother thought the mother was watching the little girl. So then what happened is the little girl just decided to go swimming. Of course, she's just a little baby. And she just must, I don't know how long she'd been there. But I can tell you what I do know. I'm sorry. So, those little flaps, those people inside could not see her. They're clear, but she was just outside of them. Like my daughter said, thank God we were late. Like everything just kept bringing it to more time, because I don't believe anybody would have seen her. I don't believe the people swimming behind us. It was a pretty big pool, and she just this little tiny baby standing, can't touch, and just in a stand-up position. So it really could have ended terribly bad. So I thank God that we were late. When like things like that happen, like when you're running late or you're really you take the wrong turn, or you were supposed to be there but then you weren't there at that time, or you take the wrong turn on your way to town by accident, you think you're going to somewhere else. I always feel like that happens just the way it's supposed to happen. I really just thank God that I was there and that nothing happened. I was right where I was supposed to be at the right exact time. And it's very emotional. But it happened just the way it was supposed to. And that little girl is okay. And when the grandmother came over to talk to me, to tell me the story, how sorry she was about how they had mixed up who was watching the little girl. And it was so hard. My heart just hurt so bad. Just the way it was supposed to. And thank God that it did. I didn't know if I really wanted to tell that story. I just felt like I did. My husband's like, you don't probably need to, and I just decided I did want to. I just wanted to tell the story because it happens so fast, especially with water. These little kids just don't get it. They don't understand, and they can't understand, they can't touch, and that they need their floaties, and it's so dangerous. Anyhow, on a happy note, let's change the subject from that. So it's springtime here in Maine. Yay, we're so excited. On the April 3rd, the day that we were getting ready to head to Orlando for our flight got canceled a few times. We were supposed to leave, I think, at 1, and we left at 5. So yeah, it had been canceled because we were getting like 2 feet of snow up here in Maine on that day. And now look, Today's April 23rd, I think. I'm going to look what the date is. It's April 23rd. I was right. I'm probably going to put this video out before I put the other video out, just because I want to get something out there, and the other video is going to take me a long time to edit, and I still have, I can see it from here. Like I said, I'm just coming out to sit to enjoy this weather for 10 minutes. I have got to get back in there. I need to get that kitchen done today. And I'm only doing the little kitchen area. I'm not even doing like the pantry and stuff. That's a disaster. I don't know how I got that. I just did it like a few weeks ago. It's just such a disaster. It's just ongoing. So my husband and I started doing some yard work on Sunday. We didn't get a whole lot done, but we did. We got a couple of the little lawns out front, and we got some side. Anyways, I've made some videos that I'm going to put out on stuff like that too. So I've done a lot of filming in the last 3 days. I just got to get to edit it. But I don't want to edit it until I get it, until I get the whole room done. Anyways, I'm super duper excited for spring. I'm super duper excited for the summer. I think we're going to have a lot of fun, but a lot of fun things coming up. We are hoping to get a camper. We've decided that with all the kids and the grandkids, we do have a camper, but we use it as a bunkhouse, and I don't want to take it out. So there's the camper that we do have, but that's all set up and to be used as a bunkhouse. And I would hate to pull that out. My husband, when we put it in the pool area, he made the fence so it can just pull right up, so we can drive it out if we want to. But I think we're just going to get a different one. Just makes sense. And with all of the grandkids and all of my kids, it seems like it's a good season. And I mean season as life, like in this day right now where we're at. It's a really good time for us to go camping again, because the kids are bigger. They love stuff like that, fishing, and we can go kayaking, and we can do a lot of fun things, and they will have so much fun. And because they're going to do it, we always used to go camping all the time when my kids were young, and that was so much fun. And even when we had the first big batch of grandkids, we used to go camping too, but it was just different. Their families were still really busy, and the kids were so little, and it was really kind of hard. So this is going to be super fantastic because everybody's bigger, and everybody can just kind of do their thing now. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And if when the little kids are there too, they'll get right into fishing and all that stuff too. So it's going to be a blast. So we've got our eyes. We just want to use one, nothing too, elaborate. It needs to be really, I like things to be really kid friendly. Just a quick little story. Sometimes my husband, I'm going to talk about him. He's not here. No, I would say this right in front of him. But sometimes he does things like he'll buy, if it's too nice, I don't want it. Accidents happen, and they're just kids. I'd rather have stuff that's just totally kid friendly. I don't want anything that they can hurt in any way, because it's just something that's temporary. I don't need it. We don't know if we're going to be camping in 5 years, so I'll just take some nice used camper, and then I don't have to worry about it. I don't want to have to worry, and I don't like new stuff anyway, because I just don't like things long enough. You know what I mean? There's just not, for me in my life, there's just no need to have something too elaborate. Oh, fancy this year. I don't want to spend much money. I want to spend the money on the activities, not on the camper itself. So we found a few. We've missed a few. The other day I did find a really good one on Facebook Marketplace, but it just got posted, and by the time my husband saw it, like 2 hours later, I wanted him to do the calls and stuff, because he's just really good at that. He knows how to pick stuff really really good. I don't. I don't like the process of buying anything. I like just having it. So I can trust, but yeah, that's perfect. Even when I buy vehicles, he can get it narrowed down to two. He does such a good job at it. And then, okay, we're going to go look at two. And then I go to the first one and I'm like, nope, if I like it, then it's like, that's the one. I don't look no more. I'm on to the next thing. It's that whole process thing, you know. I don't really enjoy the process of it. I don't. I would rather enjoy the fun of when I get there. Like, oh, okay, this is so much fun now. I guess because I'm not going to talk about like I just can't find a time that I would talk about this. I might as well just bring it up now. What happened this year too? So when me and my sister-in-law went to Tennessee, I'm sorry, Gina. So we're at Jason Aldean's. We're having a dinner. My daughter, her boyfriend, and me and my sister-in-law. She had a steak salad. Well, when she went to take a bite, she got the steak stuck in her throat. So I jump up and I get behind her and I'm like, "You want me to do this? You want me to do this? Is this really? Are you okay? I'm going." And I get her in the position. I'm getting ready to do the Heimlich maneuver. I mean, this was a panicky state. And honest to God, she stood up. I got my hands there and I got in position and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Like I was scared to do it because I needed to make sure, like, okay, I'm gonna do it right now. Well, somehow I'm just getting ready to give those thrusts, and she got it out. So the other day when I was telling her about the little girl story, and she goes, "Well, I hope you were quicker than you were when you were gonna, give her the Heimlich." It was very funny because I was asking her, like, maybe somebody else would have said, "Okay, I'm just, do it." Well, it was a good thing because she got it out right that second. I was going to save her no matter what. So if I didn't, though, we had other tables over here beside us that they looked like they were ready to jump in if I couldn't handle it. So anyways, there was that little episode talking about like being there and then something happening. So the other thing that happened is me and my sister-in-law, we were out in the last summer and we were up north somewhere with a whole bunch of her girlfriends. And we had a girls trip out on her. She has the thing that's like a side-by-side, but you can sit 4 people in it. So there was 4 of us girls in that, and her daughter, I think, was driving that. And there was a bunch of girls on 4-wheelers too. So anyways, there was these 2 sisters. They were on one 4-wheeler. Well, all of a sudden, they were in front of us, and I'm like, oh my goodness, the girl on the back, she's falling, she's going to fall off. What happened is they had hit a bump, and then I think everything was okay, but then they weren't even moving at this point. The sister had pulled over because probably the sister in the back said, pull over. And I'm like, oh my goodness, she's going to fall off her 4-wheeler. Sure enough, she fell right off. Boom, she went right down. So my sister-in-law's a nurse, and her sister-in-law that was there too was a nurse. Her daughter was like CNA. So they run over. They're like, she'd stop breathing. It was so scary. My sister-in-law had to do this rub thing on her chest, and she had to do that, I think, 3 times to her. And the girl was just gone, like gone. Well, I'm on the phone calling 911. We're up in Nowhereville, right? I mean, we're in northern, not really northern Maine. I mean, we were getting up there, but we weren't like way at the tippity top or anything. So what happens is 911. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know where we are. We're out on trails, blah blah blah, and they were able to ping my phone. They go, okay, we know right where you are. The next thing I know, there's like 3 ambulances, a fire truck, volunteer fire, coming up another trail. I thought they were going to come down the trail we were on. They come up some other trail. There was like an intersection of trails. These are just trails. These are not roads, okay? And here come the 3 ambulances, the fire truck, and they get right over there. Well, meanwhile, the girl started breathing and was able to set up from what my sister-in-law had done to her. So my sister-in-law saved her. So the ambulance checked the girl out and everything, and she was able to go. Everything was fine. They think probably what happened is she hit a nerve when they hit a bump, because right when that happened, she was like she knew something was wrong. It must have hit it just something went terribly wrong. Well, I think the girl, because we had her come in our little four-seater, and somebody, oh, and my sister-in-law drove, and then her daughter ended up driving that four-wheeler. So I think the girl ended up going to have some tests done and stuff to find out like what happened. Did she have a heart attack, or what happened? So my sister-in-law said that she doesn't think that there was anything really wrong, but she wasn't positive. She hadn't talked to that girl, but I know I've seen the girl work, and I know where she works, and I've seen her at her job and stuff. Not enough to talk to her, of course, and I'm probably not gonna talk to her about, hey, well, how are your tests? How'd your test go? I don't know her that well, so my sister-in-law thinks that everything turned out fine, but it's just like there's another story. So this whole video is like all of these things. The other day, I actually, there's one more. Let me just tell you. Okay, so this little story goes, we're on the beach at Cocoa Beach in Florida, and my daughter and one of my grandsons were walking ahead of me on the beach. Great big gust of wind comes. 3 umbrellas go flying. It's heading right to my daughter and my grandson. I'm screaming, and I didn't realize they couldn't hear me. And I'm screaming, watch out, watch out. Well, my daughter was watching out for her because she thought my grandson was like not in the line of fire of the umbrella, and I'm screaming, watch out, watch out. So she dodges it, and I'm screaming because now it's coming right at my grandson. So she swoops in and grabs him. She said his little heart was pounding so fast. Thank God that umbrella didn't hit him, because it could have done some serious damage. So we're still okay. Now we're back to okay, everything's going great. We're back. We're sitting on the beach having fun, playing in the sand, having a great time. Wouldn't you know, somebody's board comes flying. You know the boards? I think they're called the wakeboard, but they're made out of styrofoam, but hard styrofoam. That thing came flying across the beach and smacked right into the same grandson. And I don't usually get mad, right? But I just have this look on my face like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Like, what the heck? And the guy comes over and he's like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, oh no, it's fine. I go, because I wasn't mad. I mean, it's nobody's fault. It's the wind. But I had that mad kind of look on my face. So I'm like, it's just, no, it's okay. It's okay. He's fine. He's all right. I go, he just dodged an umbrella too. He goes, I saw that. I was like, oh no, when he saw that, because it was going to be a bad one if that hit him. So there, we just kind of got diverted from all kinds of little things that were happening. Now, everything is good. Everything's great. We got more fun things coming up. A whole bunch of fun stuff is going to be going on. But for now, I am going to get back to work because I've got to get this house clean so I can get my videos edited and out to you, and so I can get focused on all the things I want to be doing, because honestly, I don't enjoy great big projects like that. And if I think I told you guys that from the start, I am a small project kind of a girl. I like to do things for like an hour. I've been doing this for a couple of days. I mean, we've taken off. We had, things we had to go do throughout the days too. Every day is like, I got to take off somewhere. And we were gone, and I did go last night. I had to do a little bit of shopping and pick somebody up. And, so it wasn't like nonstop, but more than I want to do. I'd rather be making these videos. I'd rather be making my sewing videos. I'd rather be editing. But as soon as I get that room done, everything should be back to normal around here, and I should be able to start making videos, which I can't wait. I love making videos for this channel and for my other channel. If you haven't checked out my other channel, it's Sew and Quilt with Sawtelle. If And I have Little Miss Ready Thready on there. I did pop a Little Miss Ready Thready on yesterday. So if you are interested in seeing anything sewing, she's just about adventure. She's not doing a whole lot of sewing, but oh, there's an eagle. It's like squirrel, right? But now I can say eagle because the eagle just flew over. Okay. I hope you enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe. Please share. Please comment and let me know what you guys are all going through. I love to read your comments. Thanks for hanging out today. I will see you next time. Remember to keep it simple and have a great day. Bye.